This video is for anyone who is currently teaching with VIPTeacher or for anyone who is interested in teaching with VIPTeacher. I just want to give you a look at what a Saturday night looks like for me teaching with VIPTeacher. In a previous video, I showed what a morning looks like for me. Now I'm going to show you what a Saturday night looks like for me. I am in Eastern Standard Time, and most of my students are 12 hours ahead of me, which is why Saturday nights and Friday nights are typically busy for me. Okay, I'm just signing into my VIPTeacher app. First class is at 7 o'clock, so I have 5 classes tonight, 2 25 minutes, then a 50-minute, and then 2 more 25 minutes. I just ate dinner, so I have a Waterloo seltzer with me, water, my notes for each class, and then a book. Okay, so I just finished a 25-minute class with a 10-year-old student from South Korea. I'm just gonna log into my classroom for my next class and test my equipment. It's always a good idea to test your equipment when you enter each classroom, just because some classrooms are different. All right, microphone works. Speaker works. I have 4 minutes to class. I am going to take a quick lap around my house. Okay, so I just finished a 25-minute class with a 6-year-old, also from South Korea. I'm just going to sign into my 50-minute class and check my equipment. I ran a little bit over on my last class. That's okay. So I have about 3 minutes. So I'm going into a 50-minute class, a 50. I'm going to take a quick walk around my house and come back and jump into this class. So I just finished my 50-minute class with a 14-year-old student from China. That was a really great class. The 50 minutes are one of my favorite. So when you certify for your classes, when you begin to teach with VIPTeacher, I highly recommend the 50-minute classes because you just get some students who are higher level, can hold really good conversations, and the classes go by really fast. So because I just had a 50-minute class, I get a 10-minute break until my next one at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to head out of my room here and just go hang out in my living room for the next 10 minutes and then come back for my next class. Okay, just signing into my 9 o'clock class, checking my settings. Okay, everything works. For each of my classes, I just have some brief notes that I took while I was reviewing the materials before class. I've mentioned this in other videos. It really just takes me a few minutes before each class to go through the slides really quick. So I write down the class time, the student's name. Sometimes it says the student's age. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it says an age and it's wrong. So I just basically make a couple notes on some of the slides, and that works for me. I think people find their own way of doing things. And then I write a note if the student had any troubles during the class, like my 7:30 class. This lesson was probably a little bit too challenging for her, so I wrote a note to review lesson. When I leave feedback for those parents, I'm going to write in the feedback that it would be beneficial for their daughter to review the lesson playback. So the students have access to the lesson playback, and we also have access to the lesson playback. All right, so I just finished my, 9 o'clock class. That was a 6-year-old student from South Korea. He's a regular. I have classes with him also often. I just weirdly happen to have this transformer from the 1980s at my desk. But anyways, when I opened the camera and my student was there, he was holding a new transformer. So I showed him my old transformer and he thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool too. So, okay, I am going to sign into my 9:30 class right here. And just reconnecting my headphones. And I will test my headphones. Okay, so this you can see right off the bat here. This is a lower level class, a beginner. My notes for this class say that this is a 4-year-old student, and I believe it's going to be a 4-year-old based on the learning content in front of me. Me personally, the youngest ones aren't my favorite. I end up having to do a lot of singing and dancing, which, it's fine. It's fun. It's just not my favorite. I also just had to do a lot of singing and dancing with my last class with the 6-year-old. So having them 2 back to back, it gets a little tiring, but that's okay. This is what I signed up for. All right, 9:30 class is done. 5-year-old student from South Korea. I just want to give you an example of some of the songs in these lower level classes. They are fun and they're catchy. So I'm going to be singing this for the rest of my night. But let me tell you, I sang and danced my heart out during this class. My speaker's not working. All right, let me do this. Hold for technical difficulties. Okay, back on. I'm going to do it on my laptop because I actually don't want to mess up my headphone connection on my desktop. So here is an example.
I am the letter A and I'm okay. I am the letter A. Can you say small a, big A?
Okay. So there's an example of super catchy songs. Like I said, I'll be singing this all night. So what I'm going to do now is I need to do my feedback for my 5 classes for tonight. So in my VIPTeacher portal, I have a section here that says missing CF and UA. That just means feedback and unit assessments. I didn't have any assessments today. So what I do, I showed this in one of my previous videos, in the materials section of every class, there is actually a feedback template where other teachers have left feedback. You can cruise through their feedback, copy and paste. Right into your feedback form here. Adjust it as need be for your students. You could put your student's name in there. I always do that. And just adjust it for the class. And then you just have some simple questions you answer down here as far as their academic performance. Hit submit and you're done. It really takes about 2 minutes per class to do the feedback. So I'm going to take my laptop, go sit in my living room and spend about 10 minutes doing feedback for the night. And I am done with my evening classes. Started at 7 p.m. It's now 10 p.m. And I'm going to tell you, the time has flown by. Flown by. I love it. It's fun. Please use my referral link to apply, and happy teaching.